On this show, we have been ahead of the game when it comes to raising the issue of the Muslim vote at the next election. It all started days after the October 7th attack by Hamas on Israel. The Electoral Commission was asked to register a new party of Islam. This was rejected. Then I highlighted protests outside the office of Roshanara Ali in Bethnal Green after she refused to back a ceasefire.
Why are you here?
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
You're killing babies. You support killing of babies.
I don't.
Now the lawyer for ISIS bride Shamima Begum is standing in that seat against the Labour candidate.
Constituents desperately wrote in or even called on Roshanara to do something, or at least say something publicly that would help bring an end to this horror. You needed your MP to speak on your behalf. You needed to be heard. You were, however, met with silence.
Polling has now shown that Muslim voters are turning away from Labour, and they're losing the support of hundreds of local councillors as well. The latest figures show Labour are down 26% with the Muslim vote. Keir Starmer polls at -11 with Muslims overall. That's -18 in the northwest. But with no official party of Islam to turn to, where do these voters go? Well, GB News can reveal that there is a coordinated attempt to unify and mobilise British Muslims at the next election. A website has been created called themuslimvote.co.uk. Its stated goal is this: to put Muslim issues at the forefront. They say, "We will no longer tolerate being taken for granted. We are a powerful, united force of 4 million acting in unison. We're focused on seats where the Muslim vote can influence the outcome. We are here for the long term. In 2024, we will lay the foundation for our community's political future." They've compiled a list of MPs who voted against or abstained from votes on a ceasefire. Now, as you can see, they include the number of Muslim voters in that seat and the percentage of Muslims in the electorate. These include several Labour big hitters. Wes Streeting, Shadow Health, widely tipped as a future leader. David Lammy, of course. Jonathan Ashworth as well, Shadow Paymaster General. Now, let's take the example of Labour's Shabana Mahmood. She is the Shadow Secretary of State for Justice of the United Kingdom. She abstained on the ceasefire vote, and 42.6% of her constituency are Muslim. What does the group, the Muslim Vote, want to do in these seats? Well, they want independent Muslim candidates to stand on a pro-Palestine and pro-Muslim issue ticket. They say, "We want the Muslim voice heard across the political spectrum on issues like Palestine and much more. Beyond this, we look to create viable grassroots political infrastructure in our communities." They go on to say, for the first time, the Muslim community has united and is acting as one at the ballot box. And we've come well prepared. We have substantial funding to drive our impactful campaigns. We command an audience of 20 million monthly visitors to our affiliated organisations, amplifying our voice. Our dedicated volunteers will be coming to a doorstep near you. They also say they've lawyered up. We have multiple pro bono legal organisations ready to help you navigate the legal issues that political campaigning inevitably comes with. Who are supporting the Muslim vote? Well, they include the Muslim Council of Wales, who issued a statement slamming Keir Starmer after he visited a mosque and essentially got turfed out. It includes the Muslim Council of Britain and the Muslim Council of Scotland. It also includes Prevent Watch, which claims to support people impacted by our anti-terror/radicalisation prevent scheme. It includes a Muslim dating app, Muzz, amongst a lot of others. They say they have deep backing and will be coming to a doorstep near you. Now, GB News has approached the Muslim vote and asked them to respond to the following questions. Who is funding you? Who is offering this legal advice? What firms do they represent? Who are the individuals? What do you mean by Muslim issues at the forefront? So what are Muslim issues? And would they still stand candidates against Labour politicians who actually voted for a ceasefire? The impact of the Muslim vote at the next general election should not be underestimated. With financial resources, corporate backing, legal support and the endorsement, crucially, from the overarching Islamic bodies for England, Wales and Scotland, which have a massive influence at mosques and in Muslim communities everywhere, this is a huge issue, especially in Labour seats. And it is likely, I think anyway, that we will have several MPs returned at the next general election who are entirely focused on these so-called Muslim issues. Well, let's just play the tape forward as our demographics change in Britain. Where do you think that ends?